I forget that it does that sound effect now. Hello there, folks. Welcome to session 110 of the Tides of Chaos.
Damn.
That's a big number for Elmo.
That's a huge... that's a big word for Elmo. That's a massive word. That's a massive number for Elmo. I am, of course, your DM of Doom, apparently Elmo, or Oops All Brands here. World Tree Quests on Twitch and YouTube, and with me today we've got all four of my amazing and lovely cast. We have got Charlie 182.0, we've got Ruthless Rogue, we've got Big Gilly Styles, and we've got Just Dan. We are going to have a little bit of a shorter session today. There's going to be no break. We're just going to go for a straight, half of a session. So that we can, for a number of reasons. One, I want to get some sleep. I'm just going to be really honest about that. I'm going to be real fucking selfish. I want to get some sleep. And number two, because very often I've seen that we're doing this thing where we spend half a session travelling to a place, and then we only get like half a session of doing the actual things we're travelling to do. This is also a good way to use that half session, do the travel, do the RP, do the setup. Next session, full session, boom, Hall of Horns. Way! But anyway, we're going to utilise that. Starting off every single session as we usually do, but I'm going to do it quick style. Fuck ICE, fuck Trump, fuck that administration, fuck Nigel Farage, fuck Reform UK. If you're from the UK, the 5th of May is coming up. Fast and furious. Get out. Vote. For the first time in our country's history, we've got a chance at the Green Party winning the elections. We would have an entirely left-wing government focused on green energy, and it's probably going to push, eventually, for Welsh and Scottish independence. Fucking do it. Vote it in. And also, fuck ICE. If you are at all in any way, shape or form linked, leaning towards, supportive of such a fucking evil constitution as that, not constitution, institution, as that fucking horrifically named unit of quote-unquote policing or military or whatever the fuck, you can fuck off
Alpha
and get
males.
in the sea. Fucking alpha male. Alpha male is not a terminology that refers to primates at all. It's also not present in canids at all. It doesn't exist. I fucking hate this. As a zoologist,
Is it a furry
I
thing?
despise this.
Yeah, it's a furry thing, Bran.
Apparently there was a thing a long time ago where people genuinely thought alpha male wolves were like... We've never referred to wolves as having an alpha male. There is a primary breeding pair, but there's no alpha male.
Monogamous as well.
I read a book recently that was talking about werewolves and how the alpha mentality in werewolf packs is the human, not the wolf.
Exactly. Yeah. But what
Like
there
the
is
alpha beta shit, that's the
Yeah.
human, not the wolf part of
What
them.
book are you reading?
Anybody referring
For
to
me to
themselves,
know, for you to question.
anybody
Wait,
referring to himself as an alpha male is actually talking about in primates the silverback complex, and silverbacks, I'm sorry, you're not a fucking silverback. It's just not a fucking thing. It doesn't happen with humans. We've all passed
I just
it.
assume furry.
Anyway,
That's it.
if you're at all affiliated with a right-wing government, fuck off. We don't want you here. You're not the type of person we want in our community. Our community is welcoming, accepting of people of all races, creeds, colours, religious beliefs, gender identities, sexual identities. People who do or do not think Pepsi is the superior cola drink. It is. So yeah, get the fuck in the sea where you belong, with the fishes and the mermaids and the whatnots.
I'd like to say, you said we're inclusive of everybody. We don't like white Christian nationalist males. I just want to
Except
clarify
those
there.
guys. Except those guys.
Sorry, I'll shut the fuck up.
Anyway, now that I've done my usual fuck yous, get in the bin. Guys, can we remember what the fuck happened last session?
Wait, howdy, what didn't happen last session?
We did a good chunk.
I almost killed everybody. Still kind of regretting that choice.
Well,
I'm glad.
I didn't really, because the persuasion check worked. So,
Yeah, the 35 in persuasion.
it
definitely
wasn't
did.
going to kill us. Yeah,
Yeah.
you did what we were supposed to. You resurrected it and convinced it not to kill us.
you did the really hard ending and won. But yeah, almost convinced a Greatwyrm to rethink its life choices. You almost pulled the Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Oh, I mean, didn't it Didn't he actually convince it to rethink its
To
life?
rethink its life
Technically,
choices, yeah.
He didn't get the
but
chance.
It didn't get a
Just-
chance to enact the rethinking of its life choices.
Yeah.
But
That's
you
the
did,
thesis for you.
you did pull the Obi-Wan Kenobi. You don't want to sell me dish sticks. You want to go home and rethink your life.
Yeah.
At which point Tiamat swallowed her child because fuck you, you traitor. Tiamat does not take kindly to that level of shit. And then afterwards, you guys had a little decision to eventually go, hold on, we're going to look for treasure, because this is a dragon, right? So dragons have hoards.
Yep.
Did you find anything fun in the hoard?
Oh my god, how much
Oh,
gold
you
did we get?
know.
No, definitely not.
I think we found a lot of
we
cool
didn't get
things.
any gold. We got gems. So many gems.
Yes.
We got
Because
so
blue
many
dragons
gems.
tend to hoard gemstones rather than actual gold coinage. But thanks to
But,
like-
3 cash and prizes being redeemed.
We're millionaires.
Yeah.
Multi-millionaires, bitches.
Multi.
Now-
Or wait. Yeah.
1.6 million? I believe?
We also found how many artifacts?
What did we
Wait, we found legendaries and 1 artifact. Right, we have 1 artifact
Yeah,
and
hold on, I've got it in my notes.
4 legendaries? 5 legendaries?
We got 4 legendaries. We got a small stone, which a small stone mask made of blue dragon skin. A large
found
book, as
a
in
stone-
multiple people.
You found a stone which
scepter.
has the giant rune for mastery on it. A
Yeah.
mask made of some form of highly polished blue stone or scale. You found a book that would take both Jacyk and Silas to lift. It is that large. You found some kind of scepter. There was also a blue orb. And then there was 1.6 million gold in gem weight.
And then our artifact was a ring, which was a gold band with unfamiliar symbols.
Love. Okay. Well.
And then there was also something that Lane had got as well, which was specific to their character.
Yes, they were rewarded with a
Some funky armor.
scale mail armor, right?
Not to overreach, but did that whole shenanigan come with any additional seraph transformation?
Boop, boop, boop.
Level up.
Yeah,
No one was
we're-
even talking about that. Oh my god.
I mean, technically there are levels to being a seraph, so like, you know.
yeah, but it was just the moment of like 3 seconds of silence where Ruthie just level up.
I mean, like,
You said it with the exact same cadence of move 'em on, hit 'em up, move 'em on, move along, move 'em on, hit 'em up, rawhide.
I am always going to advocate for a level up.
Let me look. Because I think maybe it could actually, but let me look and check this out. I need.
Level 19?
No, not the.
What?
No,
Oh,
not.
God
not
damn
that
it,
level
Bran.
up. Seraph level up. Jeez, Louise, Ruthie.
I quit.
Yeah, I was about to check, because I think I'm level...
Okay, you guys heard it.
only
Ruthie
level
quit.
1 right now.
Wow, Ruthie, really?
Wow, Ruthie.
Can't
After
believe
all
it.
we've
Good
been
luck,
through.
Wow, Ruthie, really taking your ball and going home? Wow, fuck. Let's see here. Seraph. The following are
Seraph.
examples of possible level milestones for the Seraph. Defeating a powerful force of darkness.
It was a dark. Okay, but yeah.
Create a hallowed landmark for pilgrims. Establish a parish of worshippers who uphold your virtue. Establish a portal between the material plane and the Imperium, or redeem a soul that was considered beyond redemption. I'm gonna say you've done 2 of those in one go.
Yeah.
Oh.
So do you know what? I think based on the fact that I've read this aloud and that this is live streaming, And the fact that I don't think that means I can take it back. I think I'm going to have to say yes. So I think that would put you at level 3, Seraph?
Thought I was level 1. But I mean, hey, if we want to jump to level 3, I'm not going to complain.
Oh, are you only level 1 in Seraph?
That's what I have written down. Yes.
Okay. So then,
yeah.
So then there would be another level to your Seraph that comes here. Now, this does come with, as you know, you pick a boon and you gain the flaw. So the flaw of level 2 is called Divine Appearance.
Oh. Flaw.
Oh yeah! Oh no, guys! I'm hotter now. Oh, that's
your
heavy burden to bear.
Your appearance has radically transformed. Your body radiates a divine glow, while your wings are prominent and powerful appendages. You can contain this form and present the appearance of the humanoid that you once were, but this is taxing and requires concentration. Moments of stress are likely to reveal your true nature. In the following situations, your true form is revealed: concentrating on a spell, gaining the unconscious condition, entering desiccated ground, or choosing to reveal yourself. In events of extreme emotional or physical stress, the GM may call for a Constitution saving throw with a DC of their choosing to see if you can maintain your humanoid form. Evil humanoid creatures that witness or hear about your true form become instantly hostile to you. If a creature is scared of you or decides, if a creature is scared of you or decides you're too powerful to fight, it will attempt to harm you in another way, but it will not give up on attempting to destroy you.
I love the idea that it's like, I can't like physically harm you, but your outfit doesn't look as good as you think it does.
I'm also going to add on the caveat. I'll let you decide exactly what this appearance looks like. It must be ostentatiously radiant. It's supposed to be otherworldly. Number 2, I'm gonna go with the typical Seraph angel appearance thing. You now go from having 2 wings to having 4 wings.
Oh, that's fucking
kinda
dope.
cool. That's kind of cool. How many eyes do I have?
Yeah, they're butterfly wings, though.
I'm fine with that.
Each of your
I'm not gonna complain.
each of your wings has an eye on the joint of the wing.
Okay, guys, we're not stopping until we're covered in eyes. Like, I want to go full. I am a wheel. I want to evolve back to wheel.
I know what I'm going to be in my D&D game. What biblically accurate
Not y'all
angel.
going for biblically accurate. No.
What, Ruthie?
So, I was just curious. I was reading my milestones.
I'm looking at the infernal one now. Oh no!
And it says
you started something.
killing-
Dan, fuck.
It says killing or corrupting a seraph, and I would say that getting landed to do drugs with me is a little bit fucking corrupting, Bran. That's a little corrupting.
There's a point to that. Hang on now.
There's fair. Not to mention it being a driving force that had a seraph admit that sometimes you have to kill and that mercy is not always the option. That sounds a little bit like corruption.
Give it to me, Bran. Give it to me, Bran.
I don't like you guys ganging up on me like this. I did not come here for this level of abuse.
But keep using each other for level ups. What else can y'all do?
Give me a minute to think on the fiend. Okay? Give me a minute
fair.
to think on the fiend.
That's fair.
But first off, let's just finish off this Seraph stuff. So, the other side of it is you get a boon. So, you have open to you Divine Retribution. When you or an allied creature you can see within 30 feet of you takes the attack action, you can use your reaction to imbue them with Holy Zeal. Immediately after the target completes the attack, they can make an additional attack as a bonus action. On a hit, the target takes an additional 1d8 radiant damage, and you can do this a number of times equal to your wisdom modifier. There is Divine Clemency. When you or a creature you can see within 60 feet of you takes damage, you can use your reaction to cast a spell of first level or higher. The spell must target the damaged creature and restore hit points. You can do this a number of times equal to your wisdom modifier.
The other one's related to movement, I think, right?
The other one is Divine Expedition. You could
That's cool.
you
I'm
can
not
use
gonna
right. Okay, cool. Yeah. So
Okay, party decision. Do you guys want to do more damage, or do you want to be able to be popped back up when you go down? Because it could be solid to be able to, like, if somebody goes down, then I can use my reaction to just get you back up to 5 health, and then you're good to go. Or extra attacks, but I feel like everybody uses their bonus action pretty frequently, so I'm gonna leave it up to the group. What do you think we need more of?
I pretty consistently use my bonus action, so I think it would be better for resurrection for me personally, but with consensus, of course.
I mean, I don't go down very often, so to me, like, that's not going to benefit me. But for the team, that's a better oh shit button than yeah, we get an extra attack here or there.
Yeah,
right?
I feel like Jacyk would really benefit from the extra attack, but less so
Yeah.
Silas and Talus, who both use their
Yeah.
bonus action a lot and aren't making physical attacks a ton.
And
And
Talus
also-
dies all the time.
I'm gonna
I
be
could
honest, seeing as someone
technically-
just died, we should probably
Right,
take
Talus
Yeah.
just died.
Also,
Yeah.
I could technically, if I'm reading this correctly, I could technically reaction cast Power Word Heal, which would be kind of great to just be like, oh, someone's down, now they're back up to full, we're good to go, as a reaction.
Save that for Jacyk, probably, but yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
cool. Well,
Jacyk
I
is
will
the Jacyk's the guy you don't heal. You let him go down, then you bring him back.
Then
up.
you bring him back. It's like
Yeah.
resurrecting a Reinhardt. You
Oh
just
my
let him
God.
go.
There's something about
I'm just saying.
There's something about being Reinhardt going down and getting resurrected and just be like, hey, I get to go stomp again.
Okay,
But-
yeah, I will take Divine Retribution then.
Divine
Or
Retribution.
no, sorry, Divine Clemency. My bad.
Oh yeah, Divine Clemency. Yeah. Okay, cool, awesome.
So you're gonna be the team mom and hand out clementines at the end of each of the
Okay,
events.
everybody here,
Yeah,
come and
Divine
get
Clementine,
your orange.
yeah.
Come and get your orange slices.
I
There
feel-
you go.
I think Silas is starting to feel a little threatened by Landon. He
Ooh.
he glows and has mom qualities now. I'm not really.
Correct.
Is this where
I
Silas
feel like my
starts?
territory is getting stepped on.
This just
Is this-
allows Silas to hold back less and utilize more of his offensive abilities. Since my job now to
I already
mean-
did that.
Is this where Silas starts leaning into his wild shapes and
What's
starts
Si-
just like changing into gorillas and shit?
Has Silas been a healer to you guys? Is that how you see it?
occasionally.
I mean, yeah. Silas has very much been like a healer and like there to help the party, but more.
I've always seen him as like what we in World of Warcraft would call a boomkin.
Yeah.
I've
I
always
go
seen
for
him
more
as
of the powerhouse, like Keyleth-esque type, or the crowd control type. But hey, that's okay. He's a healer. I heal a lot.
To get to the game.
Yes.
Leonid, your transformation will come into effect on the rising of the sun. With you guys having got all of the stuff, we ended last session, I believe, with you guys. Did you travel back to the ship? I don't think you had yet. I think you were still gathering.
We
up
did.
everything. We did
No,
travel
we
back.
were-
Because I remember
we
I
made it-
talked
we
to
made
him
it-
on that.
We met with
Yes,
Kip
you
on
guys.
Kip's
Yes,
Island.
you guys were.
He
You
said,
guys were on Kip's Island. Yes, I do remember.
He
you
said
on-
sunrise, and I believe before we long rested, Jacyk wanted to talk to Tiras, or after we
Yes.
long rested, one of those.
I figured like during the long rest, like being ready to like rest and recover and getting getting the actual like scoop of where the Hall of Horns is. We're ready for the Hall of Horns and anything that like Satiris needs from me. And I think like I have this like I have spells, and I think there is like an actual like not augury, but like what's it called? Nope, I don't have anything like that. Never mind. I think I'm thinking of ceremony. Never mind.
Okay. So, with that, I think I want to start with Jacyk then. I think I do want to start with Jacyk. Outside the lapping of the waves is the only real noise that's there. Kip hasn't started the work yet. He's ventured off to go and find the stuff to repair. So it's all just, the crew are enjoying time on the beach, reveling over the fact that each of them is going to walk away from this venture with about 4,000 gold each, which is a highly impressive take home. I think that actually makes you guys roughly the second best paid ship in the fleet. Which is...
Sorry, who's the best paid ship in the fleet? I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, you guys would be the second best paid as the Queen Anne's Revenge is still active.
Dahlia is captaining that right now, right?
Dahlia is currently captain of that ship, yes.
Okay.
You're better, don't worry.
Oh, I know.
We're gonna sink the Queen Anne's Revenge.
We don't need to sink them. We can just buy them out.
Vi kan köpa hennes firing baby. Sorry, that's Norwegian for we can buy all of Sweden if we want. It's a typical football chant that Norway likes to chant at Sweden when Sweden scores, because Norway's oil profits can clear Sweden's national debt.
Oh,
so
wow.
They can buy all of Sweden. Anyway, how do you reach out to Satyrus? That's what I'm curious about.
So Jacyk would probably go down to where we've made a little bit of like a sparring area of the hold, while like the rest of the crew is like kind of celebrating anything, and would take a little bit of that quiet time. I say quiet and still loud. And he would just, I guess he would kneel with like Toothy out in front of him, because Toothy was, while its own weapon and being, it was emboldened by Satyrus.
It was, yes.
And I guess it's weird because he doesn't think of it like as praying, but he would be sort of meditating and praying to Satyrus, asking for guidance of where to find the Hall of Horns.
Okay. There's a moment as you kneel and do this where there's a sense of still. Even Toothy's usual kind of gibberings and blabberings seem to quieten down. And everything around you sort of grayscales. From behind you, not like shining golden light as if Apollo was coming down, but soft, warm yellow light starts to cast a shadow as it hits you, and then another shadow steps into the form, tall, broad, large, curling horns, as you can feel the presence of Satyrus stepping forward. And then when he speaks, his voice is definitely much more grand than what it was the last time, but this seems to be a running trend of every time you speak to Satyrus, as you achieve more and more, he becomes more and more. So when he speaks, he says, "Finally you are preparing. You are ready. The Hall of Horns." Sorry, go ahead. No, you go.
No, you're all good. You go, Brent.
Oh my god.
The Hall of
No,
Horns.
literally, Satyrus and Jacyk kind of do like, oh
No.
you go. Are we gonna fight? No.
I've had Right.
No,
Okay.
no.
Okay.
But like
Okay.
less of like the ooh, I'm sorry. More of the like, no, I swear to God, you go. No, you go. No, sorry, Brand, go.
The Hall of Horns doors open in anticipation for you bringing your glory and adding it to the halls of all who have stepped in, to all who have borne the title.
I have conquered much in glorious battle. I have faced every test, every challenge. I've conquered with myself and my crew. I have spread no longer the false name reputation, but my own. I have honed my body. I have done everything I can to be the best champion for you. I have never turned down a fight. And I am ready for whatever lies before me at the Hall of Horns. I just need to know where it is. And if I can get this done in 5 minutes, great. We'll take care of it. Like we've done to the dragon, like we've done to Vlakish, like we've done to any other foe before us. Because really I have other things I need to get done. No offense. I just want... So whatever foe you have there, whatever champion that I need to defeat, so be it. Guide us on our way. In victory to your champion.
The Hall of Horns is a place where champions have set foot for generations. There is much that you must do, much that still awaits your blade falling upon it. But before you do it, you must prove to yourself that everything you have done is enough. It is all well and good to say you have achieved this and conquered this and bested this, but until you best the Hall of Horns, it will always be an if. When it becomes a when, that is when you will see. That is when you will know.
Jacyk like takes a few minutes to kind of think about what Satyrus has said, and you can see like his body language shifts a little bit, less puffed up and more relaxed as he contemplates the words. Just obviously it is when, not if. But to question whether I am worthy of it, is that not the test? Is that not the challenge?
It is
Those
not,
worthy... Oh, sorry.
it is not the questioning of your worth. It is the internal question. Everyone sees what you do. Everyone sees your prowess. But the moment that you stand victorious over awaits you in the halls, you will know. You will know that the final test is done. To others, they do not understand the test. They have their own final tests and their own confirmations of their skill and their scholarly book learnings and their heightened divine beings. But this is your final test. This will be your knowing. It is not a question of worth. I can tell you you are worthy. but I cannot give you the physical showing of your worthiness. That is for you to show yourself when you conquer this final test.
Is there any advice you can give me for this final test? What am I to face in the Hall of Horns? You mentioned tasks, several things. This isn't just going and fighting another champion, is it?
It is technically fighting a champion. Minoas is similar and also different to myself. Where I follow glory and honor, he follows bloodlust, carnage. You will be battling something that is out to ensure your demise. It will not seek to beat you with honor and with stalwart glory. It will seek to harm and cause pain, drawn out, torturous. But you must beat it by being better than it. Where it throws dishonor at you, you must hold honor in yourself.
Well, like I said, I've never turned down a fight, so I am ready to endure and stand against this dishonorous, bloodlusting foe. I can't imagine just losing yourself in combat and not actually helping those and being so drawn in on the blood and the guts and the viscera and just the sheer heat of the body being ripped. Just show me the way, Satirius. And your champion will stand tall. I will stand tall. And I will do you great honor of conquering the Hall of Horns.
When you arrive back on your world, you will see the glorious light will shine and guide you. But know that it has been a balm to the soul to watch you grow from someone who relied upon another name to one who carves their own path using their true name as a blade. Whatever the outcome, you are a champion.
I mean, not whatever the outcome, because we know the outcome is going to be success.
Yeah, yes, of course.
Yes.
Yeah. You know, talking on the, trying to be slightly, with great gravitas, but
yeah.
Well, yeah, you're going to win. We know you're going to win.
Satirius, have there been other champions
who have conquered the Hall of Horns?
Conquer the Hall of Horns amongst your and this is Gil's not what would it be like? Not clergy ranks.
Are you asking if there's ever been other champions of Satirius?
Of Satirius, but I would use what would a follower of Satirius, what would you call it? Like a murder of crows? They wouldn't be necessarily clergy. They're not going out and they're just like praying. They're
I think honestly the best term you could use for if you were to gather a group of worshippers of Satyrus together, I think
Yeah.
the most appropriate term would probably be like maybe a herd.
A herd.
Yeah.
Okay. So Jacyk would finish this as like, amongst your herd.
For every generation, there is a champion. And it often starts in the same manner. There starts someone who will hear the name. They will hear Gorthrak. They will find a kinship with it. And when they do, it will be the beginning of their path. It has always been the way. But Gorthrak is the step. It is the helping hand to achieve their own glories. Just as Gorthrak was the name you used to begin your path, and when you no longer needed it, you passed it to a young girl who will eventually find she has no need for the name anymore. And then it will pass on, and on, and on, and on. Such is the way.
God, all I can think about is this is the way.
This is the way.
This is the way. Yeah, Jacyk doesn't have much else, so I think at this point he would, kind of close his eyes. Trying to think himself back to the plane breaker. Where, he'd pick up Toothy, kind of feel that same sort of metal / flesh. So, we have some munchings and crunchings to do, buddy.
There's a, doesn't say the words, but there's a definite kind of like almost this sounds really weird to say, but almost biological chainsaw like purring. But it's very much in agreement. Very
For me.
much in agreement.
I'm gonna head back up to the top of the ship. What time of day is it? This is like at the evening night, right?
Late afternoon into early evening. You're talking maybe somewhere between 4 and 5 p.m.
Okay.
The sun is starting to. The sun is coming into its set.
Okay. Is there any immediate giant light that's like, hey, this direction?
No, because you're on the elemental plane of war.
Gotcha.
He did say when you return to your world. When you go back.
Yeah. Jacyk immediately like looks around and like kind of like goes to look directly at the sun. Is like, nope. It's probably back on Atuma.
Follow the brightest star, the sun.
Well, this is like you'll see a bright light. He like looks around. There's no bright light. Looks directly at the sun and just stares at it. It's like, oh god, no.
We have to sail up.
Yeah, Jacyk goes like, oh, probably on Atuma. Oh, was it Theros? I'm gonna go find Silas.
Okay. Silas, are you easy to find or are you difficult to find?
Difficult. No, I'm easy. He's probably just in their quarters at this point.
Okay.
Captain's court. Yeah. Jacyk's gonna come in and say, I don't know just yet, but I should have a heading for the Hall of Horns once we get back to Atuma.
How do you feel?
Normally now I would lie and be like, I feel good, I'm excited, I'm anxious. I don't know how I feel. And Jacyk's gonna like come over, like, to be next to Silas and just, I've wanted glory, I've wanted my name out there, I wanted the captain of the ship, my stories to be told, and all the glory that came with, and now to finally come to this challenge. Satyrus told me this is the final test. I don't want the adventure to stop. I don't want the excitement, the concern, the loss, the gain, the good, the bad. I don't want it to end.
I don't think this means it does. Just because you've reached the peak of what Satyrus can offer, that doesn't necessarily mean that this is the end of the journey. You know. No offense to Satyrus, he's a great guy from what I understand, but he's a low-level god amongst Fae. Comparatively to names like, you know, Oberon or Titania or the Raven Queen.
Are you saying I backed the wrong goat, man?
From what I understand, I tried backing Titania and it didn't go great. So, no, I'm not.
Jacyk kind of like laughs at that a little bit, and you can, you have a boatload of insight, right?
Well, yeah.
And you know, you can tell that there was like something else he wanted to like add, but like kind of doesn't, and like uses the laugh of like the joke to kind of pull it back a little bit. So yes, I think tomorrow's going to be a very interesting day.
Yeah. Can I ask you what the part is that you're not saying?
Jacyk kind of like looks over to Silas, smiles a bit, and says, well, seeing as you insulted Satyrus and you weren't immediately smitten, smited, you're not wrong. For a god of glory, for all of the conquest, to have finality of a final test gives me doubt of the goal, the actual challenge of the Hall of Horns. I strove to follow Satyrus, to always face hardships, to always hone and better myself, to always be attaining further and further. And I know that that can't happen. At some point, as we've talked, I just can't go on. But to have finality, to have that final point, that this is the end, from, my God, just struck me as, trying to think of the word, Jacyk kind of just gets lost there for a little bit, and that is what I mean. I don't want this to end. I know we're not going to end. I know the plane breaker's not going to end. I know there is more to do and to conquest, to reach glory, whether that be my name, the crew's name. There's more to do, and I know I will find that. But this part of me, this journey, this power, this relationship, it makes it causes me to stutter at a very crucial point. Is that bad?
Doubt is never bad. It's only ever a window through which to see truth once you process it. I believe that, you know, you have achieved great things. You have bettered yourself immensely. You have overcome every obstacle put before you. And I do think that as much as this is an end, it is only an end for the sake of the story. Your relationship with Satyrus continues. He continues to offer you his power as you continue to bring glory to his name. But when you're told a story of a great mythic hero, their story ends at a certain point. And you have to ask yourself, well, what happened to them? Surely they went on to continue to be a hero, to do great things. Or maybe they retired and lived happily ever after for the rest of their days. Creating an ending to this story between you and Satyrus doesn't mean true finality. It just means that the myth you're telling is done. And maybe you'll make a new one. Your worth, though, is not the question. Your ability to handle this is not the question. Your greatness is not the question. I can confirm all three of those firsthand.
God, to think that there are people out there that choose brawn or brains. God, getting both of them together in such beauty is just phenomenal.
Yeah, what can I say? You're gonna be okay. And the story is only going to end so that you can climb to new heights.
Thank you. I think just thinking about this is more than I've done for a lot of things. I tend to just rush in and do, and now sitting with this, it just feels so weird. And maybe this is what it was like for everyone. When you were in the grove, when Talus killed her mother and father, and it just seems so weird to have put off this part of my journey for so long that to finally be facing it is worrisome and terrifying. I didn't even think to ask if the crew or you guys are able to help me, or if this is just something I'm going to walk in and you guys go party and wait for me to come out. When I come out, I should say.
I would like to see any god or divine being try to stop me from being with you at any given time. But, like, I literally tear through space-time here and there when I need to. But go ahead, that's fine.
I mean, like you said, he is just a minor god. What could he do to keep you out?
I'm almost a minor god. Okay, let's not get too arrogant. When I was going to fight Voltog, it was very surreal. I put him off to a point of near irrelevancy. I forgot about him, pushed him away as long as I could. That was Duke's villain, not mine. I waited until I was literally a new person to handle that. And when I walked into it, I didn't feel certain about what I was going to do. I didn't feel great about any decision that I had to make there. Whether I kill him, whether I try to let him live, whether I try to help him change. I wasn't confident in any of it. I just knew that I had to. At the end of the day, what gave me the courage and confidence to do it is seeing how we've handled everything else so far. Going after Voltog after defeating Vlaakith kind of changes the perspective of certain things. Issues that once seemed larger than life to me suddenly seem to be so small by comparison. Defeating a slave lord is, while a good thing to do, is getting to a point of being beneath our pay grade.
Yeah, he was a bit of a pushover.
And died relatively quickly. I mean that to say, you have prepped yourself and grown as much as possible. And through self-efficacy, simply by looking back on all you've accomplished before, know that you can do this. And if you go in alone, one, I'll spend the entire time trying to break in, but two, I will not send you in without something from you down.
Jacyk kind of looks at his hand that's, on his chin, and looks down to the ring, and he's just like, I know I won't be alone.
Don't die, we have to get married.
I already told you that whatever happens, well, one, how are you doubting me? Of course I'm not going to die. Have I died yet? No. I'm not Talus.
Doubt. That was a command.
I love you.
Fuck off.
I died too, by the way.
And I immediately brought you back.
Yes, you did.
The good news is
You're easy to
I
get
have you.
back.
Well, I'm not easy. You can bring me back.
You're easy to bring
Uh,
Be a hoe.
Whoa. It's just a phase.
Listen, all I'm gonna say is that tomorrow when I cast Foresight on you before your big fight, I will not actually be able to bring you back to life that same day, so you'll have to wait until tomorrow.
You do realize that gives Leonid the opportunity to be the one to bring me back. And if I'm coming back from the dead, I won't just be seeing your face. I mean, I'm kidding. I want to see your face all the time.
Do you think if I cast Dispel Magic while he casts True Resurrection, I can negate it?
You're asking the wrong magic person. I barely understand the rules and things that I get to do when I just yell at somebody to fight me and somehow they're magically compelled to fight me. When I just look at my hands and they start glowing and I touch people, consensually most of the time, they get healed. Maybe?
It's okay. I touched someone's internal organs without permission once. To save them, but...
But yeah, I
Let's
think
sleep on
that,
this.
yeah.
At the end of the day, it's gonna be okay. And we're in this together.
Jacyk's gonna embrace Silas, give him a kiss, and yeah. I don't have anything else that I want to do for the evening, Bran.
Alright.
Although I do gotta take my dog out really quick. I'll be right back.
No problem, Neil. I'll pass over then to the rest of the party. To you guys, is there anything that you guys would like to do as you mull over the next steps?
I want to go cast Identify on all those shit that we have,
I was
because
about
we
to
long
say.
rested, and
I low-key think that
I
that's the
put it
big
in my
thing.
prepare.
Yeah, it's
We
like we
can-
could have a very emotional conversation about like character development, or we could just see what
Well,
kind of loot we have.
Okay.
I would say that Silas does seek out Leonid, but I would
Ooh.
also say that the identification of objects is an important.
Why don't we do? Because I don't need to roleplay out me identifying items, Bran. If you want to like send me the names of the items, and I can kind of put it into ship's inventory and all of that shit, and let you guys RP. How does that feel?
I mean, I can just read you the names of all the things that.
Okay, that works too. Okay, go ahead. Because I'm casting
Yeah,
it.
what do we
Okay,
get?
I like the idea that like Talus does this, but also I know Silas has legend lore, right? To like learn about things.
Okay, if
to
he
get
wants to
information.
get deeper on shit, he can do his own thing.
So, yeah.
Girl, guys, you're both prey.
I know, what the hell? This isn't even my fight. I'm not even fighting this.
he should do it.
Hey,
No,
let him
I'm
like
just-
his husband.
I'm just saying, well, like coming together, be like, hey, these are the things we got. Talus, you go do your thing. You identify them. We meet back up, and it's like, hey, these are what we got. And whether there's something like, oh shit, what does this do? What does it mean? We got cool things that we all can kind of come in together before we go, hey, let's venture off.
So, the first one being the stone with the giant. You don't have legend lore, okay. With the giant rune for mastery. It is, funnily enough, an Iowan stone of mastery. An Iowan stone of mastery is a. You use an action, you toss the stone into the air, and it orbits your head at a distance of between 1 and 3 feet, and it gives a benefit to you. Another creature can try and grab it away from you by making a successful attack roll against an AC of 24 or a DC 24 acrobatics check. The stone has 24 AC, 10 hit points, and resistance to all damage. It's considered to be an object that is being worn while it orbits your head. The Iowan Stone of Mastery gives you an increase of +1 to your proficiency bonus. Meaning this is one of the few ways your proficiency
Pretty
bonus
big.
can actually scale above the standard of 10. Oh, the standard of 6, sorry. Which also means that anything, anywhere that you have, you can do a certain number of times you got your proficiency bonus. It increases the amount of times you can use abilities that have that tackling.
Ooh.
I'm putting everything into the ship's inventory.
Can
just
that
so you guys
also
know.
increase your spell attack modifier and your spell save DC?
It will indeed, yes.
Jeez. I don't know which of the people should have that. We'll figure that out.
The second thing is a blue dragon mask. Again, legendary item, requires attunement. It reshapes to fit your face or head of the person who attunes to it. You gain the following benefits while you're wearing the mask and attuned to it. Damage absorption. You have resistance against lightning damage. If you already have resistance to lightning damage from another source, you instead have immunity to lightning damage. If you already have immunity to lightning damage from another source, then whenever you are subjected to lightning damage, you take none of the damage, but you are healed for the amount of damage dealt. Draconic Majesty. While you are wearing no armor, you can add your charisma bonus to your AC. Dragon
Is that Is that a replacement effect? Is that just a bonus?
These are all items. These are all effects you will have. You will have every effect that I read out here if you're attuned to and wearing this mask.
Would the charisma bonus add to unarmored defense? Is I guess what I'm asking.
While you are wearing no armor, you can add your charisma bonus to your armor class. If
Oh,
you
slap that
are,
on Jacyk.
yeah, pretty much.
Jacyk, have you used all your attunement slots?
Unfortunately, I do, which means I'd have to give up something, but we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Dragon Breath. If you have a breath weapon that requires rest to recharge, it gains a recharge of 6, which means at the beginning of every turn, you would roll a d6 and potentially get your breath weapon again. Dragon Sight. You gain dark vision out to 60 feet, or an additional 60 feet if you already have that sense. Once per day, you also gain blind sight out to 30 feet for 5 minutes. Dragon Tongue. You can speak and understand Draconic. You also have advantage on any charisma check you make against blue dragons. Here's the real kicker. You will gain a legendary resistance. If you fail a saving throw,
Whoa.
you choose to succeed instead.
That's kind of.
Who gets to be a raid boss?
And if you deal lightning damage to a creature, it cannot take reactions until its next turn.
Wow.
The third item, the large book, is a magical item, but a magical item in the sense of it contains knowledge of magic. It contains a lot of other things. This is known as the Tome of Anik Ra. Not the tomb, the tome. Damn it, Bran. Know the word for big books. The Tome of Anik Ra. It is a homebrew item and it only fulfills a minor purpose here. As I've described to you guys before, and a couple of times you've ventured into them, the Shifting Sands, the large part of the continent of Tuma to the east, which is constantly buffeted by sandstorms, is the ruins of a large human city. The first human city, which was destroyed by the combined efforts of goblinoids and Yuan Ti. Every now and again the sand shifting will reveal an entrance into these long lost tunnels and city escapes, and if you're down there too long you can get lost and get killed by mummies and whatever's down there, and you can often get yourself entombed in by the sandstorm. This is a map of every single city down there.
Oh.
You are currently in possession of the only evidence and the only known way to find your way to every single important piece of a lost civilization. The fourth item you found is the Rod of Lordly Might.
I think I know that one.
The Rod of Lordly Might, in case you can't tell by the wording of it, is a rod. It is legendary. It has a flanged head and it functions as a magic mace that grants a +3 bonus to attack and damage rolls made with it. The rod has properties that are associated with 6 different buttons that are set in a row along the haft. It has 3 other properties that are detailed below, which are constantly in effect. You can press one of the rod's 6 buttons as a bonus action. A button's effect lasts until you push a different button, or until you push the button again, which causes the rod to revert to its normal form. If you press button 1, the rod becomes a flame-tongue weapon, and a fiery blade sprouts from the end opposite the rod's flanged head. You would choose the type of sword. So you can switch it from a mace to a short sword, long sword, scimitar, great sword, anything of that kind. If you press button 2, the rod's flanged head folds down and 2 crescent-shaped blades spring out, transforming the rod into a +3 magic battle axe. If you press button 3, the rod's flanged head folds down and a spear point springs from the rod's tip, and the rod's handle lengthens into a 6-foot haft, transforming the rod into a magic spear, which is a +3 weapon. If you press button 4, the rod transforms into a climbing pole up to 50 feet long, as you specify. In surfaces as hard as granite, a spike at the bottom and 3 hooks at the top will anchor the pole. Horizontal bars 3 inches long fold out from the sides, 1 foot apart, forming a ladder. The pole can bear up to 4,000 pounds. More weight or lack of solid anchoring causes the rod to revert to its normal form. If you press button 5, the rod transforms into a handheld battering ram and grants its user a plus 10 bonus to strength checks made to break through doors, barricades, and other barriers. And if you press button number 6, the rod assumes or remains in its normal form and indicates magnetic north. The rod also gives you knowledge of your approximate depth beneath the ground or your height above it. Now for the 3 things that are constantly in effect. Drain life. When you hit a creature with a melee attack using the rod, you can force the target to make a DC 17 Constitution saving throw. On a failure, the target takes an extra 4d6 necrotic damage, and you regain a number of hit points equal to half that necrotic damage. You can't use this no, sorry, never mind. I'm moving on to the wrong part there. Paralyze. When you hit a creature with a melee attack using the rod, you can force the target to make a DC 17 strength saving throw. On a failure, the target is paralysed for 1 minute. The target can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of its turns, ending the effect in a success. And Terrify. While holding the rod, you can use an action to force each creature you can see within 30 feet of you to make a DC 17 Wisdom saving throw. On a failure, a target is frightened of you for 1 minute. A frightened target can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of its turns, ending the effect on itself on a success. Oh, apologies. Those 3 are activated effects, as it does say at the bottom here. These properties can't be used again until the next dawn. So those are also activated things that you would use. You would use bonus action. I'm going to use Drain Life and then Smack. So that's the Rod of Lordly Might. And then 2 more items to go. There is the 5th item, which is the Blue Orb of Dragonkind. The Blue Orb of Dragonkind here we are, sorry. While attuned to the orb, you can use an action to peer into the orb's depths and speak its command word. You must then make a DC 15 Charisma check, and on a successful check, you control the orb for as long as you remain attuned to it. On a failed check, you become charmed by the orb as long as you remain attuned to it. So I'm just double checking I have picked the right one. Yes, I have. Sorry, it seemed like it was telling me something different here. Sorry about that. While you're charmed by the orb, you cannot voluntarily end your attunement to it, and the orb will cast suggestion on you at will, with a DC save of 18, urging you to work towards the evil ends it desires. The dragon essence within the orb might want many things: the annihilation of a particular people, freedom from the orb, to spread suffering in the world, or to advance the worship of Tiamat, or something else the GM decides. The Orb of Dragonkind has the following properties: 2 minor beneficial properties, 1 minor detrimental property, 1 major detrimental property. It has 7 charges, and it will regain 1d4 plus 3 expended charges daily at dawn. If you control the orb, you can use an action and spend one or more charges to cast one of the following spells from it: Cure Wounds at 5th level for 3 charges, Daylight for 1 charge, Death Ward for 2 charges, or Scrying for 3 charges. You can also use the action to cast Detect Magic spell from the orb without using any charges. You can use the orb to call dragons. When you control the orb, you can use an action to cause the artifact to issue a telepathic call that extends in all directions for 40 miles. Evil dragons in range feel compelled to come to the orb as soon as possible by the most direct route. Dragon deities such as Tiamat, Bahamut, or Sardior are unaffected by this call. Dragons drawn to the orb will still be hostile towards you for compelling them against their will, or for any difference in... Oh well, we don't use alignment, so that won't come into play. But if a dragon is pissed off that you beckoned it towards you, it might attack you. Once you've used this property, it can't be used for 1 hour. And then the last one was the ring. Am I correct?
Yes. Was the ring an artifact though, or like
Yeah,
it
the
wasn't
ring
a
was an
legendary? The
artifact.
ring was the artifact, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
What's the ring? What's the ring, Bran?
Okay. Bear with me just a wee second.
Tell me what we won.
Tell me what I have come home with. Just finding. Where did I save it? So I had something and I saved it somewhere, and apparently I've saved it in a different place from where I saved the other thing. I know where I saved it. Give me a moment. I need to go on to Pinterest because that's where I saved it. This is the issue with saving things in all kinds of weird and wonderful places. Magic items.
You just threw my brain for a loop because you said you saved it in Pinterest, and I was like, you can save documents and things in Pinterest. I know what you mean now, but it just took me like far too long. I was like, what?
This makes no sense to me.
I have no memory of this place.
I have no memory of this place.
Ah,
Uh,
buddy.
where are you? Where are you, Chris?
Little antenna's
Why
bent.
can't I
What?
find
Kitty.
you?
That's a crazy thing to go with instead of "Where are you?"
Where are
I'm
you?
so sorry.
And
Like the
I'm
fact that you went for a
so
Christmas
sorry.
song over like the emo anthem is crazy.
I always, whenever it's trying to find something, I always just find myself, where are you, Christmas? But I don't know why, I sing it like I'm Adam Sandler. Where are you, Christmas?
I mean, you can also sing it like Jim Carrey when he's like it's similar. It's howdy what? Like it's similar. It's similar.
Okay. I have found it. A golden ring inscribed with runes. I believe one of you does read giant, right?
Charlie
It's
does.
our Goliath.
Yeah. So these runes specifically identify with wealth, prosperity. This ring is called Anvarnot, which is a giant word in case you can't tell. If you speak the command word, which is the ring's name, it forms a trail of softly glowing golden dust, leading from you to the nearest source of gold that is at least 5 gold pieces in value, and that is not currently worn or held by a creature. The trail extends out to 100 feet as you follow it, curving around obstacles and corners where possible. If all paths to the detected gold source are blocked, such as being hidden behind a door or stored in a safe, the trail will lead you to the nearest possible way to bypass the door/obstacle. The effect will end immediately if the detected gold source is physically destroyed, transported to another plane, or picked up by another creature. This does come with a curse. If the ring is used more than 2 times in the span of one day, you must make a wisdom saving throw. DC 19. The first time you fail, you are compelled to find each and every source of gold that is within 100 feet of the ring and make them yours. If you fail for a second time, you will actively start to steal. You'll be compelled to steal. This is a charm effect though, so it won't work on, you know, people like Dan, or if you do have advantage up against being charmed, then you would have advantage on the second. You would have advantage on this saving throw after you fail the first time. And then if you fail a third time, the effects become permanent. Not only this, you take on the form of a dragon. It doesn't say what type of dragon, though. I guess that would mean it's up to the DM. Awesome.
Fran.
I've just realised where this comes from. This is Fafnir's ring. Fuck. Okay, cool. Right. So I didn't make that connective link. Yes, you were going to ask me a question, Ruthie.
Yeah, so, like, a year and a half ago,
Uh-huh.
we found a random rock and a dusty hand mirror
You did.
that were never investigated.
They weren't.
I'm gonna dig through every motherfucking treasure chest in this thing, digging around for those to identify them.
Ruthie, I need you to understand. I've lost several notebooks I used to use for this campaign. Okay? There are things that haven't been looked at, which could have been vital at some point, but if you bring them up now, I will go, it's just a mirror.
Oh, that's fair.
Sometimes
the
sometimes the
rock I
curtains are
have-
just blue, Ruthie.
The rock I
No,
specifically
don't
have
say
in the
that again.
note, air elemental question mark? Because I did something.
I do know the rock that you're speaking about.
What's the rock? Can I investigate the rock?
You can
Or identify the rock.
I was
I
about
meant
to say you can
identify.
investigate if you want. You're going to cast identifying the rock?
Yeah, what the fuck is this rock?
Okay. The rock does have a similarity to another item that you have found.
Danafel shard?
No.
Oh, dang.
No, it's not that cool.
Dang!
No, it shares a similarity to the Ion Stone that you found recently,
just
but
got.
instead of having mastery, this one has the symbol for agility. Let me just pull up the Ion Stone of Agility now, so I can tell you what that does. Oh, I do apologise. It wasn't
I have it right
agility. It wasn't
Oh.
agility. It was awareness. It was awareness. You can't be surprised.
see it here.
While you can't be surprised while it's active.
Okay. Cool. Sweet.
Well-
Alright, I'm just putting that into our thing. And then we do have a Finder's Quill, by the way, with 3 charges. Just so everybody knows, it's just not in D&D Beyond. There's just Finder's Goggles, which I assume functions the same way, except it's a quill.
Functions the exact same way. I just
Yeah.
preferred the idea of like a quill.
Well, yeah, because it was a finger.
Yeah.
You got a finger. Anyway, okay, cool. Everything is in the inventory that can be.
Brandon, can you remind us which one of the items required attunement? Which ones didn't?
All of them require attunement, I think.
They all
from
require
what I
attunement.
just saw.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then obviously Leonid had his suit of armour that he got, which I have sent all the details as it is so far to him. Is there anything else that the party is doing at this moment in time? Anything else that the party would like to do other than the identification of items?
I wanted to do some RP with Leonid, but I understand if we're pressed for time, and we need to save that.
I've got about 15 more minutes.
I feel like that should be fine. I feel like that should be fine. Silas will seek out Leonid then.
Silas is seeking out Leonid. Awesome. Leonid, are you difficult to find?
Nope. I'm kind of glowing at this point, so kind of stick out like a sore thumb.
He's radiant, darling.
I'm positively glowing, darling.
In which case, I will find him, and I will say, huh. You get easier to find all the time.
I always wanted to be the center of attention. I feel like we might be reaching a point of diminishing returns, though. It's a little obnoxious.
Yeah, it's like a lighthouse. Can you still be sneaky? I can, so don't, like, that's not a judgment call at all.
I could certainly try, but I don't know how successful.
How do you feel?
Mostly, I don't know. I felt like, I guess I was expecting like, one big answer of like, this is how to do things now. Don't kill things, just keep people alive. I don't know. Be this embodiment of light and mercy in the universe, and I feel like I have a better idea of how to do that, but it's not like there's a certain rule I can just follow that will apply to every circumstance. And while I feel more confident that I can make those choices in ways that won't harm the people around me like I have before, it's still a little scary to not just have a set of rules that if followed, everything will be fine.
If only life came with a guidebook.
I really, like, I'm not lying when I said I was kind of expecting that from the Book of Glorious Deeds. It was going to be like, okay, step by step, here's how to do your job now.
Let me guess, it convoluted your understanding of how to be altruistic even more.
It really did. It was a collection of ideas, stories of people being good, but each one was fine in its own right, but wasn't necessarily consistent because the right thing to do in one situation could be wrong in another. So it's like it's hard to decipher.
And what do you think about what you just did?
A little. I realized that I took a risk that I probably shouldn't have. It felt right, and I don't regret it necessarily. I mean, I had a way out. I can always use this, although maybe I shouldn't rely on that too much in case I don't have it at some point. I'm glad that I gave it a chance, even though it was kind of ridiculous. I'm really upset at Tiamat for denying it a chance to change. I feel like I was not like bottom of the barrel, but definitely a little bit of a piece of shit earlier in my life, and I was given the opportunity to change. The idea of a deity preventing someone from doing that is very frustrating. I know that's an apples to oranges, that they're Greatwyrm that have probably done a lot of pretty terrible things, but kind of just wants to add Tiamat to the kill list a little bit.
Hey, I'll go after any old evil god who crosses our party. Why not?
I mean, we're gonna have to find something to do after.
I think it's fun when I taunt them by pretending that I'm wiser than them. Sometimes I am. Just depends on the god. Yeah, well, if I might tell you my observations, it wasn't that long ago that silly little altruistic deed of yours got me killed. And since then, I think I've seen tremendous growth from you, David. You mentioned that you think you were getting through to it and you wanted to have the chance to change. And I think you maybe both are diminishing what you did and overselling yourself for what you did at the same time. Dragons are not people with scales. They are bound by these same forces that keep the world in one piece. That's not a habit they can break. They are infused with the same divine essence that makes our reality what it is. And you persuaded that to change. Something that's a law of nature. Its being isn't up for interpretation. That's insane. The fact that you gathered Tiamat's attention from that is a testament to your success, not a failure. You looked at something that everyone else would have insisted is what it is, including me, incapable of change because of the forces it's bound to. And you gave it a chance. Rather than controlling its fate, you let it control its fate. If that isn't altruism, I don't really know what is. The fact that Tiamat stepped in to keep the forces in balance sucks, but it doesn't negate the good that you just did. And I want to make sure that you understand what you just did.
I appreciate the perspective. I think it's really easy to just disregard it because, like, looking at the outcome, nothing changed. But it was. Thank you. That's, I guess, all I have to say on that.
Just wanted to make sure that you weren't beating yourself up over it.
Not exactly. I think processing is more accurate. I both feel validated in the path that I've chosen, but also I don't really know what it's going to look like in eternity. Like, I am happy to be this, and for like a second or two, he's going to kind of show that like divine radiance, like the four wings and the shining and the blah blah blah, and then he's just going to kind of bow back. I think this will probably be really helpful to fight the guest at least. But after that, well, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's first tackle fighting the darkness, and then we can figure out how to spend eternity after.
I don't know. I think that this is the point in the story where you start asking yourself, what do you get to be next? You're not bound by this anymore. We've all been so single-handedly focused on Davy Jones and Cassim's for so long. What do we get to be after this? Without the fight?
Technically, I kind of did not sell my soul, but promise it to Bahamut, so kind of,
Leonid, you're a snake oil salesman. You don't sell anything that you can't get back.
Oop!
I am both, like, insulted and also really flattered by that statement.
If this isn't what you want and isn't who you are, then don't be it. Use it and let it go. I'm sure you can find a way.
I think I'll wear these wings for them.
They suit you.
It's weird having 4 of them. Like, it's kind of like, okay.
I know. Me and
they're
Talus
starting to
only
get
get
their way.
2.
I guess I'm just twice as good as both. I'm
No.
basically the equivalent of you two put together.
No, it means that you need 4 wings to do what we can do with 2.
Anyway, that's a good one. Yes, I can respect that.
Well done, Laven. I look forward to seeing how you perform next.
Apparently now I basically can't be off key. Check this out. He's gonna start like obnoxiously like trying to sing off key. Bran, I hope I have permission to interpret this the way I read it. When the armor reaches its awakened state, its scales shine brighter, platinum radiance, and faint echoes of draconic song accompany your voice. That sounds like divine autotune. So guess who has that now?
You are now T-Pain.
Smitten, smoted, smited.
Wow.
Divine auto-tune.
So that's what the voice of angels sound like. And I really do think of Jason when I hear it. That's incredible.
Leonard
Wow,
goes, I have the voice of angels, opens his mouth, and it's just eldritch nonsense.
I was gonna say it's just T-Pain. Like,
No, that's what I said when you said you had divine auto-tune. I was like, you are T-Pain.
Crazy.
yeah, and then Landon's just gonna be obnoxious about trying to sing out and having draconic background vocals.
Would you look at the time? We gotta put my plants in the shade, and your singing's really loud. Great, good talk. Silas is gonna.
Thank you, Silas.
That was it for me, though. I figure we'll wait for the ship to be prepared, and then when we're ready, we'll jump to Atuma.
You.
Nothing. Is that it for you guys?
I think that's it. They have their
I think
little
that-
talk. Whenever Kip finishes the ship, we'll jump to Atuma and we'll figure out the way to go. Silas will probably let Jacyk take the Spelljammer helm because he's the one who sees the guiding light.
Then with that, as you guys come to an end of your days and you all return to your quarters to long rest, Kip works through the night, gets the ship repaired. The Planebreaker is back to her full glory and returns once more to Atuma. Jacyk, the moment that you guys come back into Atuma, from where you guys were, you were on... This had returned to Wave West, which is on the... Okay, so it would be, to your west, towards the continent of Greca. There's a beam of light from as high into the sky as you can see down to touch the horizon, signaling where the Hall of Horns is.
There you go, buddy.
At full speed, you cross the ocean 12 hours. Breakneck speed, I'm talking, like you are gunning at full force. Just off the northeastern coast of Greca, it comes into sight. An island shrouded with mist, and where the light is slamming into the Hall of Horns is finally within sight. And that is where we will end our shorter session tonight. When we begin next session, we will be in the Hall of Horns. But I, of course, will give you guys a post-credit scene. We're going to go onto that island and we're going to see a huge, massive, draconic skull. Maw wide open, with a gap at the bottom jaw which leads towards the entrance to this hall. As we make our way inside and we come to a large central chamber, Satyrus is standing there, staring up at a statue of what appears to be a dragonborn. And Satyrus holds in his hand a large weapon, a maul of some kind, tipped with two large gold ram horns. And he says, "I can only hope that I have done you justice, good friend. And I can only hope that glory that you have set out for will be continued." have a feeling I will see you soon. And then he turns in, ventures off down a corridor deeper into the temple. As he does so, just on the shallows of the island, the sails of the Planebreaker come into vision. That is where we end today's session. I thank you very much to all of my cast for being understanding and allowing for this shorter session, and I thank you very much to everybody for utilising it in a way that gets us towards the hall in a manner where we can get the most out of it in the next session. If you enjoyed what you've seen, you should come and see more. I do believe that we're not playing next week, but I do believe that we're playing on the 5th of May. It's going to be our next.
Yes.
Fantastic. So if you want to see what is waiting for the party in the Hall of Horns, come back on the 5th of May at 6 PM CST and you'll be able to see exactly what awaits them there. If you've enjoyed what you've seen, you should check out our other shows. We have shows Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday and Sunday, and there is more on the way, so you should definitely come and check out those other shows as well. If you like what you've seen from me, you can see anything that I do personally at Oops All Brands on any social medias, and we also have our own World Tree Quest social medias where I am constantly making plans to post things and then forgetting to do them, but I'm trying my hardest to fight neurodivergence to actually do that. Other than that, I'm going to pass over to my lovely and amazing cast. I will say we won't do an MVP for this as it's a shorter session. We will do an MVP for next session. But I'm going to pass over my lovely cast and let them plug anything that they have going on. Starting with yourself, Charlie. Anything you would like to plug at all?
Hey, cool. So check back on Sunday at this on the same channel. Me and Dan will both be here for Welcome to the Academy, accompanied by 2 other amazing faces. Oh well, I guess we might be down one other agent. Anyway, I don't know. But we have some crazy stuff going on. Leonid and not Leonid, Eldwin and Constantine just experienced the plot of the movie Inception in psionics class, and then the other half of our group is being terrorized by fairy dragons, which put trickster gods with like flying axolotls, and yeah, that's what you get.
I had to,
yeah.
when I was thinking of fairy dragons and trickster based little creatures, I thought to myself, what screams diabolical trickster more than the face of an axolotl but covered in fur? So that's what we got. Yeah, welcome to the Academy is going very well, and it is building up into quite an exciting story. Thank you very much for that, Charlie. Ruthie, anything you want to plug?
Just here on Fridays.
Just here on Fridays.
Tuesdays.
Tuesdays. Oh
We're
yeah,
on
we on
Tuesday.
Tuesdays now.
Oh,
I was like,
It's
Kira,
Tuesday.
It's Tuesday.
you just threw my brain. I was like, wait, Friday? What? No.
I actually was like, oh my god, I missed things.
Nope,
It makes sense though. I was like, yeah, normally it's Fridays. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I always say. So just here on Tuesdays.
We're here on Tuesdays. Thank you very much, Ruthie. Gil, anything that you would like to plug at all?
So yeah, I'm also a part of Loaded Dice Adventures here on Twitch. We play every Monday, 7:30 p.m. CST. I say every Monday. We don't do the last Monday of the month. Next Monday we will be off. But you can come check us out in 2 weeks. May 4th. Yes, May the 4th be with you. That'll be our next game. Really fun. We are wrapping up. I say wrapping up. We've been wrapping up since last year. Our 7-year campaign, now going on 8, and we probably won't be done until December. But yeah, come check it out. Loaded Dice Adventures, all one word, on Twitch.
Thank you very much for that there, Gil. Thank you. I didn't realise that we were going to be playing on Revenge of the 5th then.
Yes, also Cinco
We
de Mayo.
are.
So I'm gonna bring out the old pitcher of margarita for stream again.
Gotta love it. Thank you very much for that, Gil. Last and most certainly not least, Dan, anything that you would like to plug at all?
Nope. Just the Academy, which I will not be present for this week because finals. But the lovely cast will definitely make up for it and will somehow manage to be equally as attractive and whatnot there. It's a weird freak of nature thing where even if one of us drops out, the rest of the people just get hotter to compensate for it.
Yeah.
We figure it out.
I'll be pulling a lot of extra work on Sunday.
Aside from that, just here.
Thank you very much for that, Dan. If that's it from my players and that's it from me, well then that is it from us. So thank you everybody for coming to see us today. Yeah, thanks very much. I have been your DM of Doom, Oops All Brands here, or World Tree Quests on Twitch and YouTube. And with me today we have had Charlie 182.0, Ruthless Rogue, Big Gilly Styles, and Just Dan. From all of us here at World Tree Quest, good night, stay safe, for glory, and also don't play Finny. Good night, folks. Good night.